boys I wanna pick you up can be there in 5. You're probably thinking it's just 'cause I've been drinking, but I promise you, baby, that ain't right. What you don't know is I've been thinking all day. With you's where I've gotta be. I wanna love you with the lights on, no music playing and the curtains drawn. I wanna love you with the lights on, won't even know when it's the break of dawn. To keep this in the dark would just be wrong. I wanna love you with the lights on. Like TK sang, I love this bar, but it ain't got no thing on being in your arms. That top on the jukebox and an ice cold course can't compare to me and you behind closed doors. We've been working all week, baby, now it's our time. Light every candle, little whiskey, little wine. I wanna love you with the lights on, no music playing and the curtains drawn. I wanna love you with the lights on, won't even know when it's the break of dawn. To keep this in the dark would just be wrong. I wanna love you with the lights on. Your touch, the fire in your eyes, hotter than the streets of Tucson in July. I wanna see every move, I wanna see every kiss, see that look in your eyes, don't flip off that switch. I wanna love you with the lights on, no music playing and the curtains drawn. I wanna love you with the lights on, won't even know when it's the break of dawn. This in the dark would just be wrong. I wanna love you with the lights on, wanna love you with the lights on.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's time. The show starts in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Are you ready? It's showtime. Please welcome Tim Kelly.
About this day since late last year. First Saturday in May, and the sky couldn't be more clear. All my friends are on the way, looking 10 out of 10. Soon we'll have a cold one raised, singing here's to happiness. Let's celebrate, today's the perfect day for getting hitched up to a boat. Head down to the lake, catch all the fish, and some boys throw 'em back like a bouquet. Other girls got a new last name, but I've got an old tailgate. That's how I'm getting hitched. I'm sure someday I'll be walking down that aisle. Right now running that 2 strokes more my style. Sun is bouncing off the water like a diamond ring. There is nothing in this whole wide world that makes me feel so free, like getting hitched up to a boat. Head down to the lake, catch all the fish, and some boys throw 'em back like a bouquet. Other girls got a new last name, but I've got an old tailgate. That's how I'm getting hitched. they send him help. For better or for worse, we'll be out here every weekend until the weather turns. I'm getting hitched up to a boat, head down to the lake, catch all the fish. And some boys throw 'em back like a bouquet. Other girls got a new last name, but I've got an old tailgate. That's how I'm getting hitched up to a boat, head down to the lake, catch all the fish. And some boys throw 'em back like a bouquet. Other girls got a new last name, but I've got an old tailgate. That's how I'm getting hitched. Ooh, I'm getting hitched.
My goodness, now I'm ready to go fishing. Her name is Anna Scott. That is called Getting Hitched. Anna Scott Music is where you can find her on social media. And before that, Hank Ruff, R-U-F-F. He's a great country music artist, and that is called Love You With the Lights On, kicking off an Indie Wednesday edition of the Tim Kelly Show from Branson, Missouri, the live show capital of the world. And we've got a great live show for you tonight. The Country Junction Band's going to join me in the bottom half of this first hour, and then Nashville recording artist Eddie Johnson, who I've been playing for a little while, and he's been coming into our chat rooms and supporting the show and bringing some fans of his as well, and his fans are going to be tuned into his great interview tonight, so stick around for that as well. I want to give a big thank you and shout out to all of the stations that replay this program. Great radio stations like KUHS Denver at KUHSdenver.com, Country Road 58 from Germany, countryradio.musicbox4friends.com from Belgium, downtheroadradio.com from Ireland, Bourbon Trail Radio, Top Shelf Radio Texas, Radio 94.3 in Sweden, hotandfunkyradio.com, KWradio.com. We are also on Boone Country in Canada and Texas Brew Radio down in Texas, and NBRNonline.com out of Nashville, Tennessee. Just took on the show a couple of weeks ago, and you can catch me Saturday nights from 10 p.m. Central to midnight on FM radio, KOZX 98.1, thehossfm.com. That is out of Mountain Grove and Kabul, Missouri, and they play New Country's best when they get the Tim Kelly Show, that is for sure, and we have a fun time doing the show for you over there as well. We're going to have a fun time tonight, 3 hours of the best in New Country. There's lots of ways to tune in. I am live on YouTube at KICR Indie Country Radio. I'm also live on TikTok at Tim Kelly On Air and live on Facebook. Come into those chat rooms and say hello, and we would love to talk to you. Together We Ride, that is a brand new single from Stacy Burke. Check him out right here on the Tim Kelly Show from KICR Indie Country Radio on this Indie Wednesday.
Dust on the trail, wind howling low. We ride through the thunder where wild hearts go. Your hand in mine, our boots in stride. In the saddle of love, we've got nothing to hide. Together we ride through storm and flame. Love like a lasso, wild but tame, with the reins of hope and the sky so wide. You're my forever, together we ride. Campfires are fading under canyon skies. You see my truth through the smoke and lies. With every gallop, our spirits entwine. The journey ahead, and it's one of a kind. Through the canyons whisper, the stars in our eyes. We'll dance with the night as the morning rises. Together we ride through storm and flame. Love like a lasso, wild but tame. With the rains of hope and the sky so wide. You're mine forever. Together we ride. Together we ride. Don't need to roam. Your love is the trail that leads me home. So saddle up tight. Let your heart be my guide. In the wild of this world, I'll stay by your side.
It's time for today's newest country music, Indie Country Radio, with Tim Kelly.
Welcome to the country where the law ain't got no key. The kind of place where secrets hide and Red River runs deep. Ain't no mercy for the wicked. Ain't no time to plead. Cross the line and you'll pay the fine. What you sow, you reap. I'll take you to the backwoods. I'll make you dig the hole. I'll teach you all about respect for the good Lord takes your soul. I'll take you to the backwoods. I'll make you say a prayer before you meet your maker. Conductor on the long black train. Moonlight cuts through the tall pine trees. Pot rolls heavy where the river water sings. An old owl cries in the midnight air. The train moans low like a ghost out there. I'll take you to the backwoods. I'll make you dig the hole. I'll teach you all about respect for the good Lord takes your soul. I'll take you to the backwoods. I'll make you say a prayer before you meet your maker. Conductor on the long black train. Before you meet your maker. Conductor on the long black train.
That is a brand new single out to radio from my good friend Kay Harper. It is called Backwoods. That gives her 3 songs out to radio. You know what that means, ladies and gentlemen. Tomorrow night at 7 p.m. Central Time, I do this show called Triple Play Thursday, where every artist on the program gets 3 songs in a row played all show long. If you have not checked it out, that is a must-listen show. You get to hear the versatility in these artists. One song just don't do them justice. We had to come up with Triple Play Thursday. Been doing it for several years. It is a very popular show, and now Kay Harper can get on it. So if you're in the music business, give me at least 3 quality songs. IndieCountryRadio@yahoo.com is the email, and I'd love to hear from you. Get you on Triple Play Thursday, book you in an interview. Let's talk about the stories behind those songs as well, and we're going to be doing that very soon with this next artist. We are going to post her schedule of the interview that we just booked here later on after this live show is over. I'll get that on social media. Lexi Schroll will soon be my special guest, and we'll talk about this song, Let It Be a Cowboy, on the Tim Kelly Show from KICR. Indie Country Radio, New Country's Best on this Indie Wednesday.
I've dated city boys, real pretty boys. Say they love you, but it's all just wild noise. Make your head turn, make your heart hurt. All the miles you've crossed are just bridge to burn. So I think I need a change of direction. Someone to be the object of my affection. Someone who's good to his mama makes me wanna drive down a back road in his Tacoma. Dancing on a Tuesday, we move at our own pace. Leaves his jean jacket at my place, and he's got a bit of southern drawl to his voice. Oh, if I ever love again, Lord, let it be a cowboy. Lord, let it be a cowboy. I've been with rock stars, some movie stars, get you falling hard till you're falling apart. Where's a good guy? You know he what guy grows hometown roots instead of saying goodbye. I think I need some new perspective, someone to be a bit more attentive. Someone who's good to his mama makes me wanna drive down a back road in his Tacoma. Dancing on a Tuesday, we move at our own pace. Leaves his jean jacket at my place, and he's got a bit of southern drawl to his voice. Oh, if I ever love again, Lord, let it be a cowboy. Lord, let it be a cowboy. His heart's in the Wild West. I'm dancing with the very best. Won't settle for any less than a cowboy. Dressing in boots and jeans, he's straight off a movie screen. Tastes like smoking whiskey, my cowboy. He's good to his mama, makes me wanna drive down a back road in his Tacoma. Dancing on a Tuesday, we move at our own pace. Leaves a jean jacket at my place, and he's got a bit of southern drawl to his voice. Oh, if I ever love again, Lord, let it be a cowboy. Lord, let it be a cowboy. Lord, let it be a
Oh, guess what day it is? Guess what day it is? Huh? Anybody? Julie, hey, guess what day it is? Oh, come on, I know you can hear me. Mike. What day is it, Mike? Leslie, guess what today is?
It's hump day.
How happy are people who listen to the Tim Kelly Show's Indie Wednesday?
I'd say happier than a camel on Wednesday.
Hump day?
Get happy. Get the Tim Kelly Show on KICR, Indie Country Radio.
It's been a long, hard road. Miles have gone slow. Money went fast. You wake up one day. You are where you're at. A lifetime behind you. A few more years in front of you. Lonely people living in the shadows. feels like they don't matter. Lonely people drives into the wind. Lonely people sees themselves shattered. You see them all around our land, sleeping in tents, living in caravans, trying to find the promised land. Like a girl living out of a modified bus, mama 6 month clean, daddy somewhere in between, living like nomad roaming these roads, paying their emotional tolls, finding them lost souls. Lonely people living in the shadows. Lonely people feels like they don't matter. Lonely people drives into the wind. Lonely people sees themselves shattered. You see them all around our land. They're sleeping in tents, living in caravans, trying to find their promised land. Oh, they love to sitting in the car, cures they couldn't play long. One more night living in their car, at least she knows where they are. Lonely people living in the shadows. Lonely people feels like they don't matter. Lonely people drives into the wind and scatter. Lonely people sees themselves shattered. You see them all around our land, sleeping in tents, living in caravans, trying to find that promised land.
His name is Sean Kane, S-H-A-W-N on Sean, and that is a great tune called Lonely People. I'm not one of them tonight. I got lots of folks in my chat rooms. I am live on Facebook talking to folks, live on YouTube talking to folks, and live on TikTok over here at Tim Kelly on Air, talking to lots of folks. Folks are tapping the screen, giving me lots of likes and loves on the show, and I sure do appreciate it right back at you. We are loving the music so far, and our first radio interview of the night is after one more song. Country Junction Band is going to join me live on the program tonight. You're going to hear the stories behind their songs and more great music on the radio in hour number 2. State Line Saints from Mississippi's up, though. This is called Can't Go Back to Tupelo. Talking about Tupelo, Mississippi on the Tim Kelly Show from KICR, Indie Country Radio. New country's best on this Indie Wednesday. State Line Saints.
There's a rusted sign where the city line used to be, like a welcome home that ain't meant for me. I left with fire, thought I'd light up the world, burn bridges behind, chasing some girl. Mama's house is boarded and the porch light's gone. That old oak tree still stands, but the shade feels wrong. The diner's still there, but the jukebox won't play. And the girl I left's got another man's name. You can roll down 70, 80s off the gas, No matter how slow you take it, bro, you can't go back to Tupelo. Some places hold you, some let go, and some buried pieces you'll never know. Used to think time would heal what I'd done, but ghosts don't fade, they just ride shotgun. I walked past the chapel, heard a hymn through the wall. Same preacher, new faces, no one knew me at all. I carved my name in that river mud, swore I'd never drown, but I damn near was. Now I'm just a shadow in my hometown life, a name on a tombstone that's still alive. You can chase the past, but it won't slow. You can knock on doors, but they won't open no more. The roads still lead, but they don't show that you can't go back to Tupelo. It don't hate you, it just don't know. The man who left all those years ago. I turned around at the county line, left Tupelo behind one last time.
You're listening to the Tim Kelly Show on KICR, IndieCountryRadio.com. It is Indie Wednesday. I'm playing the best in new country music tonight, and I've got a couple of great radio interviews. We have the Country Junction Band with us, Mike and his wife, Kathy. How are you folks?
Good.
Really good.
Really good.
Hey, it's great to have you on the program tonight. I appreciate the time, and I've been looking forward to this one because specifically where you guys are from, down in around southeast Oklahoma, McAllister, you're calling from tonight. My first radio station was at K101 in McAllister, Oklahoma, back in 1999.
That's great. I'm sure I was listening to it at the time.
And I know I
Probably so, and I'll tell you what, that's where I became Tim Kelly, because everybody in that radio station had a radio name, and they said, what do you want yours to be? And I picked that, and it's kind of stuck, and I've been that ever since on the radio. So, man, it has come full circle tonight. How about that?
Sounds
awesome,
good.
yes.
Awesome, yeah.
Yep. You guys kind of found me through the internet and through internet radio, so that is awesome. And we've got a lot in common because I lived down there for 20 years before I came back up here to Branson. I was raised in the Joplin, Missouri area and around Branson. Our grandparents used to bring us here every year and take us to that theme park, Silver Dollar City. So that's what got me back to Branson. But
yeah.
But yeah, I spent 20 years down there in southeast Oklahoma, and I'll tell you, I was DJing 80s country before I got into country radio, and 90s country down there in Oklahoma that everybody was listening to is what got me into country radio.
Yes, great music.
That was a great time and a fun time for country music for me.
Yep.
For me personally, I actually grew up in a different time. I actually was playing more from the 80s, but more of the hair metal and kind of stuff. I'm playing guitar.
Okay.
When I'm in high school, I've got hair down the middle of my back. I mean, down the long hair, and thought I was going to be a rock star, and wrote some songs and went to some recording things and did stuff, and but luckily my dad was smart enough to say, "Boy, you're going to be the first one of us to go to college, so you better get with it." And that worked for me. It's good that happened.
Yeah, you had a mullet that got away from you. Sounds like.
Yeah. Then we got back into music again.
Yep, that is awesome. And you guys now are making some great classic country music. You do modern country and some southern rock. That's awesome.
Yes.
Yes, we do.
So you probably have a wide variety of musical influences then. I'm looking at some of the country ones like George Strait, Loretta Lynn, Merle Haggard, John Pardee. I was playing him as an independent artist, and Lainey Wilson as well when before she got her big record deal. And, of course, the great Gretchen Wilson. I love her, too.
Oh, yes, me too.
Yeah, that's awesome. Now, how did you guys come together as a band, and why did you call it the Country Junction Band? I want to hear that story.
Okay, well, actually, it's a classic COVID story that a lot of people have, but just pre-COVID, again, I'm from a kind of a rock and roll group and area, and then didn't play music for years. And my wife has been wanting to play, and her best friend, another Kathy that sings with us, did music for years. Did karaoke, sing different places, do different. They even do a singing gram.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we go around and do singing grams.
Yeah, for like birthdays. For people birthdays or like a hospital or something. Sometimes people will say, "Hey, can you do that?" And anyway, so they've always been into singing, and she's tried to get me back in, and I'm like, no, you don't know how much work it'll be, blah blah. Anyway, about 6 months before really COVID hit, so about 2019 or so, in the middle of 2019, they started talking to me, and we started jamming, as everybody says, with some friends of ours, and then when COVID really hit. The other main guy, the other main singer, and it's the guy who sings that Twice as Much song. He said, "Hey, we need to keep this going. When nobody can do anything now at COVID, let's just do things over at your house." So we've got a garage, and so we basically converted to like a practice area, practice garage, and then we started playing music just during COVID when nobody else was doing anything, and then
we said we had to have a name.
Yeah.
And so,
well, see, James, the other guy's name is James, the other singer.
Okay.
And he was just out of another band, and he said the problem with their band is they played country, but they had a different name, and people didn't understand that it was a country band.
Uh-huh.
And so he really wanted to have country in the name. That way people would know that.
Right.
And then, so what we did is he came up with the idea. We took the initials. So my wife, Kathy,
is a
C, and then he's James for J, and he wanted to use country, so we all kind of voted on it, and we came up with Country Junction.
I like it. And
so like the logo, we just have like a CJ in the logo for Kathy and James, but it's Country Junction. So.
Yep, that's how we did that.
That's awesome. And that is right up the alley of what's going on down there in Oklahoma, of driving those old back roads, like I used to do. And I know in Lehigh and Atoka they had Baseline Road, that big dirt road that went right to our place in the country, and all of that, So there's all kinds of songs written about that, rolling the windows down and cranking up the country radio, and I love that. So you guys fit in perfect for country music.
Yes.
Yeah, I love it. Country Junction Band. Now, let me ask you and Mike, Kathy, how did you guys meet? Was it because of music? And how did you end up getting married and making this band and everything and working together now? That's pretty cool.
Yes, well, I was on a bowling league, and he was on a bowling league, and that's how we met. And it's funny because I'm back on a bowling league now.
Wow.
And, I've been bowling a couple of years now. And so, yeah. It wasn't music, but we liked the music, and music playing at the bowling alley.
Yep.
And now the bowling alley here, they have bands and stuff that play, and they're starting to bring them in.
I'll tell you what, Mike and Kathy, I know better than to ask a woman's age, so I'm not going to ask Kathy's age. But what's your bowling average?
Not real good, is it? When I left, when we met. He was really good. He even bowled some PBA.
Is that right?
I was like 135, and then, I'm not very good still yet. But I did go to the Las Vegas national tournament this year.
That's awesome. I used to be in a bowling league, and I tell you what, practicing to get ready for league night was the deal for me. And I threw so many balls. I mean, I tore my thumb open. I had to put Band-Aid tape on it and everything. I got this big old blister and all that, and had to get a new bowling ball after that. It just wasn't fitting right and all that. But it was a lot of fun. And you're right, the music's there and the camaraderie and everything. And that's what you guys have going on now with the band playing, because you're playing a lot of dance halls around Texas, Oklahoma, and Arkansas. And I see now, since I left down in that area in Atoka, they've opened up a place called Reba's Place, and I see you guys are playing there. That's awesome.
Yes.
Yeah, about the first of the year, you know, the band, there's only so many places to play. It's actually kind of sad because both Oklahoma and Texas, there are fewer and fewer places to play at because the younger generation is not really interested in going out and watching a lot of stuff. They're on their phone.
Yeah.
They're watching Netflix stuff. They're watching different things, and so there's fewer and fewer places. But about the first of the year, we started doing kind of an acoustic thing with just all girls, and that was able to allowing us to just go in different places. And Reba's, they don't have full bands; they just have acoustic things. It's a dinner's club kind of thing, you know.
Okay. Huh.
And so
you're trying to get into places, and they're like, well, you know, we don't really do a band, but we do acoustics. And so I'm like, hey, we got to do acoustics.
Yeah.
We do both.
We're really proud of the Reba's one because it's not an easy one to get into, and then they don't have very many people each month that play because they only play a little bit during the weekends and stuff. And so we're really proud of that one. That's one of my favorites.
That is awesome. And you guys probably get together and practice a lot, too, and you don't have to get blisters other than calluses from the guitar strings and all that kind of stuff, too, huh?
Exactly, yeah. We practice a lot, like Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday.
Yeah.
You know?
And the only trouble doing more than one thing is you have to have different days. So the band practice on one day, then the acoustic girls practice on a different day, you know.
Yep. Now, it looks like I was looking at your Facebook page, or your website, rather, and it looks like you got about 7 members in the band. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, we have a pretty good sized band, but a lot of them are singers. We do a lot of different singing. We're kind of specialize in our singing.
Awesome. Well, let's give those other folks a shout out. You can take turns or whatever you want to do, telling us who the other band members are a little bit.
Okay. Well, the other lead singer is James Hammonds. And then Kathy, your best friend.
Kathy Duncan.
Okay.
And she's our singer. And then Christina Wright, she's our other singer. And then we have Derry Partain, and she used to be a Dallas Cowboy cheerleader. And she's our drummer. Yep, she's our drummer. And then we have Sherry Dugan, and she is our
bass
player.
Yeah. So the players. So we have a girl or female drummer, bass player, and then singers, and then I'm the guitar player, and then James is the other guitar player. So that's what we normally have makeup on. And of course, Derry, there being a former Dallas Cowboy cheerleader, she always gets all the attention, you know, sometimes. But
hey, that's all right. We went to a Kansas City Chiefs preseason game a couple of weeks ago, and my grandson went with us. It was his first game, and that was the first thing he had to do was take a picture with the cheerleaders.
There you go.
That's how it is.
Yeah, that's exactly how it is. You know, when I first saw her name on the website, I was thinking Derry Partain was real close to Dolly Parton, I thought, at first. And then I get to reading a little bit, and she's a former Dallas Cowboy cheerleader. I thought that was pretty cool. But you guys got a good variety, it sounds like, and you all get along, sounds like, too.
Oh, yes, we do.
You know, they become family, don't they, when you're putting a band together and you're on the road so much and you're doing these things that you love to do and the camaraderie and then connecting with the fans and the audience. There's nothing like it, is there?
It's awesome. It
really is. Yeah, and it's funny, too, how a lot of people that your friends don't even understand it, because it's kind of a weird thing to really to do that. It's almost, I joke, it's almost like being like I won't say a superhero, but like a deal. Like we all show up to these shows, and then we all put a different uniform on. You know, we have our normal clothes we wear. Yeah. It's like you come out of the dressing room and you're like, okay, I'm ready now.
Yep. And that's awesome, too, isn't it? You know, I was just watching just last night. It was the 50th anniversary celebration of Porter Wagoner, you know, and he has since passed away, of course. But he is from Missouri, West Plains, Missouri, not too far, about an hour and a half from where I'm broadcasting live in Branson, Missouri right now, is where he was from. And just a small-town farm boy, you know, and he had a pretty good-sized family as well, too. But he always wanted to perform in front of folks, and he was known for wearing those sparkly jackets, wasn't he?
Right. He was, yes.
He liked to play dress up and get in front of folks, too, and that is a lot of fun, isn't it?
It is.
Yep. He used to have this guy that wore these plaid jackets, too, with the black and white checkers. His name was Speck Rose. I'll never forget him. He's a funny comedian, too, that played with Porter Wagoner. And then, of course, we talked a little bit about Dolly Parton, but he was the one that discovered her.
That's right.
Oh, that's right, yes.
So you guys maybe somebody has discovered you, and that that has led you to getting put on KTUL, which is a great TV channel up there in Tulsa, Oklahoma. You've been featured in several magazines. I'm looking at one, Arkansas Razorback magazine. So you guys are getting discovered too.
Yes.
That is awesome.
We're trying.
Yep. How long's the band been together?
Since 2020, so we're finishing up our 5th year. We're almost years
So
now.
you started right in the middle of the pandemic then.
Yeah.
Yes, we did.
Yeah, that was a tough time. And, I took that year from radio off because nobody was really doing anything. There wasn't any live performances to talk about. But the music didn't stop coming in because, like you guys, you're getting in the recording studio, you're writing songs, and you could go in a private sound booth by yourself and cut a record and all of that kind of stuff. And it just, so much music came out of 2020, I think we're still playing catch up.
I know. Yeah.
So that's awesome. Well, let's talk about your first song, and we'll play it for the folks. It's called Twice As Much. Tell us about it.
Twice As Much is a song that our other singer James Hammond wrote, and one of the things that he's really big on is he's really got us into dance music. That's one of his specialties. He loves. He's a little bit older, and he grew up around some that's what was the big thing to do, was to go to a dance hall, just like you said, the Colgate Dance Hall.
Yeah.
And so he wanted to make sure that his songs always have a good dance feel to them, and that's really what this song is all about. And of course, it's all about love and finding your woman and all this stuff, but it's also a good dance song, and that's what it's all about.
That is awesome. I was asking you guys, have you ever played like the Lehigh Barn Dance? It's a small town outside of Colgate, Oklahoma, where I was living for 20 years. But you know why the Grand Ole Opry has a barn background to it?
No.
It used to be a barn dance. It started out as a barn dance. It was free to go to, and it really took off. It became sponsored by an insurance company, and then later on WSM Radio sponsored it, and they do the radio show from there, which they still do. It's the oldest radio station, I believe, in the country. But the crowds got so big, they said, let's start charging a quarter and see if we can calm these crowds down. Well, that didn't work, obviously, and so they ended up building the 2,400-seat Ryman Auditorium because of that barn dance, and the rest is history, as they say, huh?
Yep.
Isn't that something? 100 years they just celebrated of doing that. So if we're still talking about Country Junction Band 20, 30 years from now, that wouldn't be bad, huh?
That wouldn't be bad, yeah.
Well, we're going to play Twice As Much, then we're going to come back and talk about another song, Keep Calm and Cowgirl On. It is the Country Junction Band live tonight on the Tim Kelly Show from KICR Indie Country Radio, New Country's Best on this Indie Wednesday.
You don't know just what you do to me. I can't help the way I feel. You keep smiling at me just like that. It still takes my breath away. I did my chores in half the regular time. Waiting ain't my favorite part. Supper's good, but I just got to say that ain't what I'm hungry for. I'm gonna love you up twice as much. Just a little won't do. I want 2 portions of your love tonight. Girl, I hope you're ready to. This ain't just a normal rendezvous. I've been waiting all day just to see those pretty eyes on fire, 'cause I know you feel the same. Too many buttons on your shirt tonight. I sure hope it isn't new. Please don't blame me if I'm going fast. I've got so many things to do. I sure hope you lock the door tonight. I hope nobody calls the phone. If they know the way I feel about you, they'll just let us be alone. I'm gonna love you up twice as much. Just a little won't do. I want 2 portions of your love tonight. Girl, I hope you're ready to. This ain't just a normal rendezvous. I've been waiting all day just to see those pretty eyes on fire, 'cause I know you feel the same. I'm already late for work again. I'll just tell them it's your fault. I'm gonna love you up twice as much. Just a little won't do. I want 2 portions of your love tonight. Girl, I hope you're ready too. This ain't just a normal rendezvous. I've been waiting all day just to see those pretty eyes on fire, 'cause I know you feel the same. Just to see those pretty eyes on fire, yeah, I know you want the same.
That is called Twice as Much. They're the Country Junction Band. We got Mike, we got Kathy with us tonight from the band, and fantastic music, and we appreciate the music. Thanks for making that song for us.
No problem. Glad to do it.
You bet. Hey, you were talking about one of your buddies in the band writing that song. Now, I don't know if you or Kathy write or get together and collaborate with some of the other members of the band, but if that's a thing, let's talk about that, because I love original music, and that's what this station is all about.
Well, that's exactly what we do. Matter of fact, our very first song we had is, if you see on the list, is called, what's it called?
Oklahoma Small Town?
Oklahoma Small Town.
And I wrote that one about my small town I grew up in, Salina, Oklahoma.
Okay.
How we used to drag Maine, and
yep.
You know, you sit down at the little cafe, and then you wave at everybody as they go by. And,
I'm our primary writer myself. I write most of the material, and then I take it out, and then everybody kind of like you said, collaborates. But really, it's like, I don't like that, we like this, we don't like, they go back and forth, but that's how you get better, is everybody working on it.
Absolutely, and I see that from doing this show for going on 14 years now, especially on these young artists, and the way they sound, I mean, and the males, they go through that voice change thing at about 17 or 18 sometimes, but everything just keeps getting better and better, and it's fun to watch their careers blossom. And age, to me, is just a number. I mean, I've interviewed as young as 10 and as old as 86, and 86 was William Lee Golden, the guy with the beard from the Oak Ridge Boys. He'll be 86 this year, and he's been a guest on my show twice. So.
Wow, nice. Yeah.
Yep. And Jordan Rayner, I don't know if you know that name. You probably do from down there. She's from Atoka. Yeah.
Yes.
She made it to the top 9 on Team Reba of NBC's The Voice a couple of seasons ago, and she's been on my show a couple of times, and she's what they call a Spitfire, and so she come up with this fan base called Spitfire Nation, and she's something else, isn't she?
Yeah, I follow her, and I've talked to her a few times just online, and she's gonna talking to her about Reba's place. I mean, she's gonna Atoka, had their famous deal back in '75, which was the 48 Hours in Atoka. Country festival they had. It was kind of the first outlaw country festival, they call it. Well, anyway, they're doing an anniversary show. They started one last year, and Jordan Rayner came to it, and then they're doing one this year, and she's going to be at that one also.
Wow.
And she's playing on the main stage at noon, and we're actually playing on a different stage at the same time. And then that evening, we're playing at Reba's. So
wow, how about that?
Well, anyway, she told us that she's going to be able to meet us, and we're going to hopefully take some pictures with her.
That is awesome. Well, I was going to say, if you run into her, tell her Tim Kelly from the Tim Kelly Show said hello, because we have connected because of both living in Atoka, and she's got a really neat story. And then I play a lot and record a lot of interviews with her PR company, Brickshore Media, out of Nashville. I've been working with them for years. Nicole Zeller and I met in Nashville way back in 2018. So, yeah. Love that. Now, I was going to tell you, too, you guys may remember, it's no longer there, but my first cowboy hat I got was in Colgate at Hudson's Old Country Store they used to have back in the day.
What they called Hudson's Big Country Store?
Yeah, Big Country Store. Yep, that was it.
Yeah.
Been there myself when it was still there, yeah.
Yep, I wanted a cowboy hat just like George Strait. I wanted it shaped like that and everything, so I'll never forget that. Yep, that was awesome. And, you know, people, I was just amazed when I got into country radio by the people that love country music. And I did too, you know. I didn't listen to the old stuff. But like I said, that 90s country, when it came along and all these guys like Vince Gill and Toby Keith and Garth Brooks from Oklahoma that were making it, I thought this is the deal. And so now I've had Garth Brooks' daughter on my program 3 times because she's an independent artist as well, and she's fantastic from Owasso, Oklahoma.
Yep, that's right. They're from
Miss Allie Colleen. So, man, it's good to have you guys on today, and big thank you to doing this, and a big shout out to all of the band members. And where can we find the Country Junction Band on social media so they can go see you in a live show? I see you got a pretty good looking show scheduled too.
Yeah, we stay hooked up pretty good. You can always find us on Facebook, our Facebook channel there. We have a TikTok channel we're pushing now, and then of course we have our website, which is countryjunctionband.com.
Okay.
And so those are all good places that have all the information where you can see us.
Awesome. Yeah, I'm looking at you guys are going to be playing at the Expo Center in McAllister, and I have been there, and then Hugo, Oklahoma. I've also been to Hugo, and then of course Reba's Place, and a bunch of other cool things. So that is awesome, man. It's a small world out there, even though it's a big one, and I've said that a lot doing this independent country thing, you know, and that's why I really wanted to talk to you, because you guys are right in my neck of the woods that I spend a lot of time at, and got a lot of great memories from living down there too.
Yes.
Yep, that is awesome. Tell us about this next song we're going to play for you. Keep Calm and Cowgirl On.
Okay, so you know, having all our women, you know, we're all pretty much feminists, even myself, and so a lot of our songs, like another one we got is called "Drink My Cowboy Gone." And so a lot of them are that kind of bass, that the strong women, kind of like you're saying, the Gretchen Wilson kind of songs.
Right.
Keep Calm and Cowgirl On is a song that I wrote and Kathy wrote. We put together, and she sings it. And it's a country dance song. That's what it's designed around. But at the same time, it's a fun song, and it's all about no matter what happens, just keep her going.
There you go. I love it. And the third one we're going to play to kick off the top of the next hour is James Monroe. Tell us who he is.
Well, okay, so James Monroe, actually, it's funny. So Kathy's dad passed away about a year ago, and his name wasn't James. But anyway, I was kind of writing a song about him, and so most of the song is almost exactly it's you know, about him, but you know, I didn't want to necessarily use his name, and then I was trying to rhyme some stuff, and then so James Monroe is a fictitious person, but it actually is a name for her dad.
Okay.
So it's all about your dad and the things that happen to you, and do things with your dad, and you know.
Right. That is awesome. You know, I mentioned that before on the radio, and I play this particular song on my classic country station that plays around the clock 24/7 when I'm not doing this show. But you can even write interesting stories about fictitious names, like Johnny Cash and the boy named Sue, you know.
Exactly.
That, you know, getting in a bar fight and cutting your dad's ear off and all those things probably didn't really happen, but it's an interesting story. And they recorded that in front of a live audience, and that's the one that stuck, and that's the one we play on radio. I think it's pretty neat.
It is.
Yeah, so that is awesome. Well, you guys are fantastic. We got Mike and Kathy from the Country Junction Band. Don't be strangers. If you come up with some new material that you want to talk about in a few months, hit me back up and we'll do this again.
I will. I promise you I will.
Yeah.
I love it.
Been a lot of fun.
When we get a chance to come up to Branson, I'll send you an email, and maybe we can get together and take some pictures.
Hey, that sounds great. Yeah, you guys told me off the air you're coming to Branson, so we love that, you know, and I get to meet a lot of you folks because of doing this thing on the radio. And this is our first radio interview, but I already feel like I've known you guys for a long time because you're down there in that area where I lived for so long, and I knew we were going to hit it off.
I love it.
Me too. Thanks for doing this tonight. It's been a pleasure.
Thank you.
All right, thank you, sir.
You bet. We've got the Country Junction Band, Keep Calm and Cowgirl On, and then James Monroe kicking off the top of the next hour on KICR Indie Country Radio, New Country's best on New Music Wednesday.
Good girl